Hello and welcome to the third episode of Which v Which deals with the third level, which is Banjoland. If this is the first episode of the series you've been watching, the premise is rather simple. We copy Grunty's vehicle and then attempt to beat her with it. There is, in Banjoland, only one 1v1 challenge. Well, there is actually also the egg race, but your vehicle is not customizable, so just do that regularly, it already exists. And so in this episode of Which v Which, we'll only be doing Spring Break. Grunty's vehicle in Spring Break is both extremely easy and extraordinarily difficult to replicate. It's extremely easy to replicate because it bounces, and in doing so, it's very easy to get underneath it and have a very good look at what exactly makes it tick. However, it turns out to not be exactly that easy because when you do get underneath it, what you find is not exactly the most simple design. If you watch the Grin builds of this vehicle going up tomorrow, you'll notice that it took me quite a lot of time to really get the poles down the bottom correct, and in fact, while not shown in that video because that video only showed the actual building process, I even had to go back into the challenge once more to take a couple more photos of only just the poles. But in the end, I think I managed to get it fairly accurate. So onto the challenge itself. The first thing you'll probably notice while trying to take down Grunty with her Spring Break vehicle is that your vehicle simply cannot do what hers does. This will probably not come as much as a surprise for most people. It's not uncommon for Grunty's vehicles to do things that aren't really possible within the game. She is after all a witch and therefore has magical powers and therefore appears to be capable of operating outside of the game's physics. This would perhaps be an issue if the only way to take down her vehicle was knocking her vehicle over with your vehicle, but thankfully Grunty's vehicle gives you a few more options. I decided the best way to take her vehicle down was with the grenade turret on the top of your vehicle, which is on her vehicle reserved for Piddles the cat but on your vehicle unmanned, and use the grenade turret to blow Grunty's vehicle to bits. However, unfortunately, the grenade turret is a little bit high off the ground, and with no spring pad nearby, it's not exactly something that Banjo can easily get into. For some reason I thought the best solution for this was to bring a cow over and try to use the cow as a platform to jump up, but as is not uncommon, the cow was not exactly willing to cooperate. Having given up on the cow, I instead did what I should have done in the first place, which is carry the vehicle itself over to the ramp that leads up to Stonehenge, and then utilizing said ramp jumped into the vehicle's grenade turret. For those of you who have ever pondered the mystery of the reason of Stonehenge and why it was built, that is the reason, now you know. While in the grenade turret, I proceeded to blow the ever-living heck out of Gruntilda's vehicle with my own vehicle's grenade turret, which I was currently in, and eventually, in no small part due to me doing so, her vehicle fell apart and I was awarded victor. It was most certainly not a record-breaking time, and if I had gone for this method immediately, it would have definitely been improved, but it was still within jiggy time, so I'm going to give it a pass. If you would like to attempt this challenge yourself, once I stop talking in a few seconds, as per usual, there'll be the layer by layer of the vehicle, allowing you to replicate it in your own save and then give it a crack. And as always, with all that said and done, thanks for watching, and until next time, I have been and still am Grim Grindle.